Hi Aquarius, welcome and thanks so much for tuning in to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. This is a general love reading for the sign of Aquarius for this upcoming week in September. Today is Wednesday the 23rd. So I want to remind my viewers that this is a general reading, and that means that it can apply to any type of relationship, situation, or circumstance that you're dealing with. I also want to remind you to be flexible with the energy. You can mix and match the roles within the reading, and that means you can be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the cards, regardless of the gender of the cards. Parts of the reading may resonate for you, other parts may not. You might feel like I'm reading for you. You might feel like you're cross-watching. So my intention is always to reach those that need this message and will benefit from it in some way. I hope that's you today, Aquarius. I hope you get something positive out of this reading. And my tripod is sinking, so I have to fix it. Sorry, I've got to adjust this. And I'm not going to restart this video because I've already restarted it about 1,000 times. And I told myself if I don't get this video up, I'm not doing a video today. So this one has to be it for you, Aquarius. I had to take a toy away from the cat because he was making way too much noise, acting like he'd caught a bird or something and was bringing it to me and just howling. So here we are. Okay, Aquarius, let's get started. Let's go ahead and get into this and see what we've got for Aquarius. Here we go. Queen of Swords in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. The Star in reverse. Death in reverse. Is that the Lovers? Lovers in reverse. The Lovers and the Two of Cups in this deck look pretty similar. Sometimes I mix them up. Eight of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. And then we have the Hermit. So we have a Queen of Swords on the table. This can be your energy, Aquarius, or somebody that you're dealing with. This person to me feels like they're a little bit clammed up, or maybe not communicating or talking. I get the sense of throwing in the towel or feeling like you need to give up. It's not even worth talking about it at this point in time. There's something that's not worth talking about, not worth putting energy into. So I feel like you're not willing to put in the fight, and that includes communication. I think it has to do with a connection or a relationship, but I do believe it's probably something that you might feel to a certain extent trapped by, because perhaps you're still thinking about this. Maybe you haven't been able to put it behind you, but it feels like there's something that's gone wrong within, or perhaps a relationship has ended. Maybe there's some kind of separation or inability to maintain contact, but there's something that's gone awry in a specific relationship. Could be more than one, but it feels like it's probably with one other person. I think you might be, maybe you'll continue to look for answers or try to come to terms with things, but I think that, I don't know that you're necessarily going to share what you learn or talk about this with other people. It feels like you might just kind of try to work on things on your own. I don't think you're going to involve other people. If this is about closure or seeking some kind of clarity with regard to a situation that has ended for you, or something that's not going well for you within a connection. So let's get some more cards out here for Aquarius. We have the Nine of Pentacles this time in the reverse with this Queen of Swords. And the Seven of Pentacles. The Devil in reverse. Eight of Cups. Ace of Wands. Six of Wands, Strength, and then we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So I think that this is the same person. I might change my mind. I'm going to kind of look at these cards a little bit. But we have a Queen of Wands on the table. I get the feeling like the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords is the same person. So again, I want to remind you, this could be your energy, Aquarius, or somebody that you're dealing with. But I feel like you might be feeling insecure about a situation connected to a relationship. I believe that with this Ace of Wands showing up, it feels like a relationship where there might be separation or disagreements or conflict, or maybe the relationship is ended. But I feel like there's a sense of trying to get it restarted and maybe failing, or maybe there's been opportunities to try again and it hasn't worked out. The cat's at it again. I apologize. He is just doing what cats do. So I'm not going to restart the video. I'm going to keep going. I've been so frustrated this afternoon. Anyway, I don't need to talk about it because it's just going to frustrate me more. So Aquarius. So again, I feel like this is a relationship possibly that you may have tried to get going again, and I don't think it's been successful. Or perhaps you've had those opportunities and it just hasn't transpired for you. And when I say you, I'm talking about this Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. Now, with the Queen of Wands being in reverse over here, I get the sense like there is a desire for or a need to reclaim some confidence, some security within yourself. Maybe you're just trying to get back up on your feet. Maybe you're trying to acquire some confidence so you can, explore other opportunities, whether this is with regard to relationships or other things that you'd like to do in your life. But I feel like this relationship or the end of it or the problems within it have kind of prevented you from feeling confident about maybe doing something for yourself. I think that you're still working on getting past this, but that is the desire, that you would like to move on. I think it's happening, but I don't think it's happening fully. I think that you're still kind of stuck in thinking about this connection. It could be because other people are reminding you of it, with the Six of Wands coming out here. It could be that other people are aware of what you're going through. Perhaps the topic of conversation comes up with other people that you know. So it could be that. And it's hard to get past something if it's ever present in your life, right? Or if other people bring it up, that kind of thing. So I get a sense again that there's this unwillingness to talk about this or express yourself about it or think about it because it's making you feel uncertain or insecure about your future, or maybe regarding something else that you want to do or try for yourself. So let me give this third deck one more good shuffle, Aquarius, and then we'll see what else we can get for you. Ace of Wands again in the reverse. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. The High Priestess in reverse. The Magician. And then we have the Page of Cups in reverse. So I think part of the problem with moving on past the situation is that there may have been opportunities to restart this connection, or to mend things, or to revisit the options you have within this relationship. And again, that could have been spurred on by other people bringing it up, or talking about it, or revealing information about this person to you, asking you questions. Maybe they say, you know, so-and-so, I heard they were doing this, this, and that. Have you talked to them lately? Have you been in touch? You know, have you made contact? You know, that kind of thing. So it could be that other people are making this assumption that there's still this connection. But I get the feeling that this is something that you want to let go of, give up, walk away from once and for all. And it's just something that's lingering. It's the thing that's keeping you from moving forward toward other things right now, I think, that you want for yourself. So I think you've been patient. When the door's been open to either receive information or maybe reconnect with this person that you might be thinking about, I think that you have maybe even purposely pushed those opportunities away, or kept yourself from contacting the person, or trying to find out more about them, or gaining information or access to them. It feels like there could have been a lot of potential within this connection or relationship. It may have been a new intimate or romantic connection in addition to other opportunities within the relationship itself. So maybe it was an opportunity to work with this person. Maybe you were going to build something together or create something together. But I feel like this was a connection that was more than just perhaps an intimate or love connection. And when I say love, this could be, you know, a business partner or a friend. It doesn't have to be intimate or romantic. But I think in addition to that emotional connection, there was also other potential within this relationship for you. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why it's been difficult for you to let this go altogether. But it definitely feels like that's what's on your mind right now, Aquarius, is kind of manifesting some confidence and regain some strength for yourself. And I think the problem is you've maybe had certain expectations with regard to how you're going to do this. How are you going to regain your confidence and strength to move forward, to move past this, and to try new things, or maybe explore new relationships? Maybe you have a certain idea in your head about how this is going to work, or how you're going to get to that point. And I get the feeling that you've been a little disappointed, or maybe disgruntled over the fact that it doesn't seem to be going in the way that you would hope or expect. In other words, maybe it hasn't been as easy as you thought it would be, is what I'm getting. So I'm going to give this fourth deck one more good shuffle, and we're going to see what else we get for Aquarius. Oh, okay, so the Queen of Cups in reverse was upside down in the deck. I'm going to reshuffle because that's my rule, that if there's something off about the deck when I get ready to cut it, I have to give it one more shuffle. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see what else we get for Aquarius. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, the World in reverse, there's the Queen of Swords again. This time she's in the upright position. The Emperor. The Devil in reverse again. The Eight of Swords again. Six of Wands again. And then we have the Hermit in reverse again, clarifying this Queen of Wands with the Hermit in the upright. Okay. So, I feel like you've been, like I said in the beginning, I feel like there's been an avoidance of communication, or maybe avoiding thinking about the situation. Again, it has to do with the connection, or maybe a relationship that's gone bad or has ended. The energy of that other person is not present in the set of cards. By the way, Aquarius, I'm just letting you know that. This is your energy. I think this relationship has been on your mind. I think that part of the way you've managed to get past the situation so far is that there may have been opportunities to reconnect, and I think that maybe you've either turned them down or just convinced yourself that it wasn't the right thing to do, and that you're trying to move away from this relationship. It's time to disconnect. So reconnecting or trying again is not something you were willing to do. I get that, the feeling that it's a connection that's still on your mind, but you really, really do actually want to let it go. But the fact that I think it's still lingering in your mind is what's keeping you moving forward from other things. And that could be also in the form of other relationships. I think, again, part of the problem with being able to move forward, and we've got the Eight of Swords twice here with this Six of Wands, is that I think that there are other people that are aware of this relationship or connection that you were involved in. So maybe you have mutual friends, colleagues or co-workers that know both of you, so you could potentially still have connections where you're reminded of this person. Perhaps they come up in conversation, that kind of thing. I get a strong sense that even though this person is not actively in your life, there's still the presence of this person. And it could be just simply in the form of conversation. Their name comes up in conversations, or in with people that you are both familiar with. There is almost a sense of wanting to give off this air of confidence and strength, because I think it's part of, Aquarius, I think this is part of your perception with regard to getting past this once and for all, is that if you can convince others that you've moved past this, that you're regaining your strength and confidence to move on, to try new things, to explore other opportunities with regard to relationships and things like that, I think that if you give off that air of confidence and others are convinced and see that in you, that will progress your effort in putting this in the past. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. I think that the frustration, however, is that it hasn't necessarily worked, because this connection is obviously still on your mind. That's what the whole reading is about, is this person that I feel like you want to leave in the past. So while I think you're making a significant effort, based on what I'm seeing, it hasn't necessarily worked for you. So let's get this last round out, Aquarius, and see what else we get. We have the 10 of Cups, and then Justice in reverse. Ten of Swords, Five of Wands in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, the Lovers, which is now in the upright with the same set of cards with the Lovers in reverse, which is down here on the bottom. Ace of Cups is time in reverse. And there's the Queen of Wands again in the upright, clarifying Queen of Wands. This is a really interesting reading, the way the cards are coming out. And it's actually a relatively simple message. There's not a lot of new information in this last set, Aquarius, but I'm going to go over it one more time with you because I think that this last round was pretty significant. So I think that part of the problem with letting this go so that you can regain the Queen of Wands in the upright energy. This is somebody who's very creative, very ambitious, very fearless. She goes after what she wants. She commands a lot of attention. This can be somebody who is highly social, very active. I think the Queen of Wands is one of those power energies. She's got a lot going on. She's admired for the lifestyle she lives because, again, she's one of those people that doesn't have a lot of fear. She knows what she wants, and she goes after what she wants and generally gets what she wants. But I feel like this loss or this relationship or connection that you're trying to put in the past, I think this has hindered this type of energy and has you dwelling a little bit more in this kind of energy right now. So this is what I'm looking at. I think that you are trying to seek the answers that you need in order to regain this type of energy. But the reality is you're still dwelling in the Queen of Wands in reverse type of energy. And the Queen of Wands in this reading to me represents somebody who has an idea in their head. This is how things are going to go. This is how I'm going to work through this. And then this is the outcome. You have a certain level of expectation regarding control on how you're moving past the situation. It's almost like you have set this up on in a list in your head. I'm going to do this first, and I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this, and this is how it's going to work out, and this is how I'm going to feel about it. But as patient as you've been, and as calculated as you've been with regard to working through this, I think that ultimately it hasn't worked out as you had planned or worked out in your favor, or things haven't go as you had anticipated and hoped. And part of that is what you're not talking about is that this connection or this relationship is still on your mind. You haven't been able to leave it in the past. And part of that also is that this is a lover's connection. This could potentially be a spiritual connection or one of those connections that are extremely significant in your life. Somebody that you're meant to be, to at least spend some time in your life with. This is somebody who you find on your path, on your way to wherever you're going, what your not only your life goals are, but your calling. This is somebody who was meant to be on your path with you at some point in your life. How long they're in your life, you know, could be forever, it could be for a day. But I think it's that type of relationship or connection that you're trying to get past. So it's a significant connection, and those are not the type of connections that are very easy to let go of. I think there was a significant amount of potential with this person. I think that other people in your life were aware of it and are still aware of what's going on, or perhaps it feels like things haven't been closed out. So again, I feel like the topic might come up in conversation, but ultimately what it's been is a situation where you haven't been able to completely walk away from this. And it's probably frustrating. It probably feels unjust to you. Now, I don't think that, the occasional thought that goes through your head reminiscing about what was, or what, how things were, I don't think that's necessarily keeping you from moving forward or keeping you from doing what you want to do in your life or trying new things. But maybe the fact that this is still lingering has kept you from fully investing in those new things or those new directions you're going, that type of thing. Maybe you just haven't been able to fully invest all of your energy into the new things that deserve your energy, because there is still a little bit of energy being spent on what's occurred in the past with this connection. Am I taking this one? I'm taking this card. So Aquarius, we have the Three of Water, Three of Cups. I think this is going to be a nice card to end this reading. I started to ramble, so I'm glad that card popped out when it did, because when I get on my rambling, when I start rambling, I start to muddle the reading, and I would rather just get to the point and be done with it. So let's go ahead and read the Three of Cups for you out of the book. This could potentially be maybe something that will offer some advice, or just a nice way to close out this reading. Hopefully you've gained some clarity, something that will help you along the way with regard to the situation. There we go. Okay, Three of Water, very short. It's just about a half page. Okay, Aquarius? So here we go. The Three of Water represents satisfaction and indicates that you have come to a time to rejoice in life and your success. She stands tall and confident with arms raised in victorious celebration. She has invested greatly in her creative endeavors and is well satisfied with her progress and accomplishments so far. She is positive and hopeful that her success will continue, and so she turns to greet the future with anticipation and excitement. This card is a positive affirmation and symbolizes the joyous potential for a rewarding outcome. It also signifies the importance of taking time to appreciate, celebrate, and enjoy yourself along the way. Look back and be proud of what you've accomplished. Do a little victory dance before turning once more to the future with a heart full of hope and a smile upon your lips. It is important to allow yourself these moments of joy and celebration and to remember them. So that was a really nice way to end this reading, because frankly, I feel like there's a certain level of frustration in these cards. There's a lot of progress being made here as well. So I think more than anything, this reading is about a recognition of what you have accomplished and where you're headed. And yeah, these times in our lives when we're dealing with some endings of some connections and relationships that were extremely significant, they can have us feeling hopeless. They can have us feeling like, there's nothing left to go. There's nowhere left to go from here. It's over. But I think you've worked hard to defy that mentality. I think that you are making some significant progress based on what I'm seeing in the cards, and this card confirms it for me. So hang in there, Aquarius. You're making progress. You're going to get there. It may not be the way you planned it. You may not be able to check off all your numbers on your list in your head, and this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. But you are making progress regardless. So I'm going to leave that here, Aquarius. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.